Gathering his books, he returned quickly to the library lobby, a wide, open space with a threadbare red carpet. At the entrance, 30 feet from the long checkout counter, were turnstiles and nearby phone booths. Andy went to one. When he looked up Madison State College in the phone book, he found the library's number. Andy dialed it. "Madison State College Library," he heard. "Can you help me?" said Andy, edging out of the booth to watch the lobby counter. A young library clerk held a phone to his ear. "I'll try," Andy heard and watched the clerk say. "There's someone named Nina Clemmer in the library," he told the clerk. "I need to speak to her. It's an emergency. Can you page her?" "We don't like to do that," the young man said. "Not if it's an ordinary matter." "Honest," said Andy. "It's an emergency. Nina Clemmer." "Hold on, please," the young man said, and moved along the counter where he picked up a microphone. At once his voice blared over the public address system. "Would Nina Clemmer please come to the circulation desk?" Andy slipped back into the phone booth and let the receiver dangle on its cord, then stepped out and waited. In moments a young woman appeared. She was tall, thin, and wore baggy clothes. But there was nothing sloppy about her. The colors she wore were bold, reds, blacks, and yellows. Her high-heeled boots turned down at the tops were white. Her hair was black, cropped short, and seemed to shimmer. Around her wrists she wore glittering bracelets. Her fingernails were scarlet. Her face, highlighted with bright red lipstick and darkly lined eyes, was pale, almost white, with high cheekbones that made Andy think of a fashion model's. Not only was she stunning to look at, she fit Zeke's description. At the counter, Nina Clemmer spoke to the clerk, who handed her the phone. From his place across the lobby, Andy could see her mouth the word "hello" twice. When she received no answer, she asked the clerk something and offered the phone to him. The clerk listened, then shrugged and hung up. Nina Clemmer faced the lobby, a frown on her face. Then she moved quickly away. Snatching up his books, Andy followed. She went down a corridor and pushed through some double doors. When Andy reached the same spot, he heard her heels clicking down to a lower level. He kept on after her. On the lower level, she made a left, went up a hallway ramp, and took a sharp right through yet another pair of doors. Andy's heart was pounding. She went by some study desks and made still another turn. Following quickly, Andy came to the place where magazines were given out. He stopped. There she was, behind a counter, talking to another student. Surprised to have come upon her so abruptly, Andy stopped short. "Looking for something?" the other student asked. Andy attempted to cover his confusion by saying, "This where you get the magazines?" "Fill out a call slip, and we'll get you what you want." The student held out a bit of yellow paper. "Have you checked to see what you need?" Andy took the paper. "Where do I do that?" he said. He was afraid to look at Nina. "Upstairs." Andy fled. Secure in his top-floor place, he tried to grasp what he had just learned. Nina Clemmer looked exactly the way Zeke had described her. So he had not picked her name at random. She was someone he had watched with care. "He's going to kill her," Andy said to himself.